All right. What can we learn from watching one race? There's so much of it. You sit and you think about it. It's so much like life. And you might say, "What in the world are you talking about?" Well, I'm gonna explain. So a child is born. It's like all of a sudden you're on the grid. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden that child begins to crawl, and that's it. That's the drop of the green. No slowing down then. Child begins to crawl, it's over with. Sayonara, gone, pedal down. I know, I'm a father. They start crawling, it's over with. I can remember the very day that my daughter began to walk. I was in the kitchen. I think I was putting up some dishes or doing something in the kitchen, and she was sitting there, in the middle of the floor, just kind of sitting there looking at me, and she was crawling at that time. And I'm putting up dishes, doing whatever, and I turn around real quick, and she's just walking around. She walks into the living room, and she just decided, I'm gone. I'm getting up and I'm moving. And I'm like, okay, cool. So yeah, you see how that kind of fits in? So, child falls down, takes a bump, gets back up, keeps going, right? Same thing in racing, If you can continue, you continue. Whether it's a foot race, NASCAR race, whatever it is, you keep on going. And, if you fall down, you just keep going. If you have a bad day, you keep going. Everybody knows that I'm a man of faith. And think about this. Back in the days of Moses, Jesus, there wasn't no football. There wasn't no baseball. There wasn't no tennis. All these sports that we have today, but the one thing that there was racing. How do I know that? You think about the Romans, the Colosseum, those guys raced. Now, of course, it wasn't V8s that they were out there racing, but they were still putting their lives on the line. They were racing chariots. It was highly dangerous, just like racing, auto racing. You go and you watch the movie Ben-Hur. That chariot race in that movie, they did that for real. That's all. A lot of that is, the majority of it is real footage. They did that for real. And what happened? Men died making that movie. The Word of God tells us that for a race there's many who enter. Run the race to win. Run the race to win. Because in the end, there can be only one that holds the prize. Be the one at the end that stands and holds up that prize. So in life, that's kind of how life is. Once a child learns to crawl, to walk, it's over with. That's the drop of the green. And we got to kind of be that crew chief that leads that kid along, tells them how they're doing and what to do and what not to do, and kind of a combination of a crew chief and a spotter. We help that child along. And yeah, you're gonna have some good days and some bad, because that's how life is. But you got to keep going. You got to keep trying. No matter how hard you struggle, you just got to keep trying. And that's part of why I love racing so much. And I see so much of life in racing. There's a lesson to be learned from it. and to keep going, to keep trying, to keep moving forward. You know, there can be only one person at the end of a race that stands victorious, and if there's something in your life that you want to accomplish, you got to keep moving forward. You know, everybody knows that I'm fighting brain cancer right now, and I'm doing just exceptionally well. You know, it's been pedaled down from the time this whole thing began, and I just keep getting better and better and better, and I haven't slowed down. I just, you know, stay positive and just keep moving forward. So, just a little message I wanted to bring to you today. I just got to thinking about it, and just so much of life I can see just from watching one race, just the aspect of it. It just reminds me of life. So, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Thank you guys. Bye.